from Sprintec has a personal best of 10.37. Elaine 6, Adaine McPherson from Sprintec has a personal best of 10.06 and a season's best of 10.33. Elaine 7, Kimani Sterling from Racers has a personal best of 10.52 seconds, and Mario Orlando Hines, he's lane 8, has a personal best of 10.52. He's from Optimum. 7 facing the starter. Lindo 2, Sewell in 3, Morgan 4, Compton 5, McPherson 6, Sterling 7, and Hines in 8. Oh, it's a beautiful start. This for Morgan, but oh my word. Second shot fired. Stop the athletes in their tracks. Now it did look, and I'm not going to call in the athlete's name or names. I thought that was a good start in my estimation, but I'm not a starter. Let's see what will happen. Will there be a warning? Well, the official went on the track with a yellow card in her hand, and she turned back. Now she has a red. Which one would it be? A yellow card? So this to Compton. Makish Compton. He's in lane 5. He's got a warning. And also to the entire field. Let's try it again for the start of the second of 6 heats. The men's 100 meters. Lindo in 2, Sewell in 3, Morgan 4, Compton 5, McPherson 6, Sterling 7, and Hines in lane 8. Compton looks uneasy. He's in lane 5. Was officially warned by the officials. Gunn has set them away. Good start. This for Morgan, but on the outside of Morgan looks to be Compton, and then outside of Compton, McPherson. So it's going to be McPherson going across the line, 10.15 seconds. So Adaine McPherson gets the top spot, 10.14 seconds is the official time. Compton is second, 10.43, and Morgan is third, 10.50. That's the top 3 in the second heat. Sterling finishing in 4th.
1.8 meters per second.
But 10.14
for the time adjusted for
Adaine McPherson.
And that certainly may very well see him return for the main event later on this evening.
Now that was heat 2
sections to come, but certainly
of the men's 100 meters.
Recorded so far.
So the official results has been posted. Adaine McPherson, a season's best of 10.14 seconds. Makish Compton of Sprintec, he was second, 10.43. And you have Jordan Morgan of Dynamic Speed Track, 10.50, also season's best. Kimani Sterling of Racers, 10.79, was 4th. And 5th for Mario Orlando Hines, 10.93 seconds, was 5th. Rommel Sewell of MVP was 6th, 10.94, and Joshua Lindo, he was 7th. He's from UTEC with 11.88 seconds clocking. So heat number 3 of the men's 100 meters, finals later on this evening. 7 facing the starter once again. Tayshawn Latham of UTEC, he's in lane 2, has a personal best of 10.59 seconds. Joel Facey of New Era is in 3, 10.58 seconds. That's his personal best, season's best, 11.12. In lane number 4, Kareem Riley of Dynamic Speed Track Club has a personal best of 10.51 seconds. In lane 5, Shakur Williams from Titans has a personal best of 10.15 seconds and a season's best of 10.44. Kyle Richards of UWI has a season's best. Well, this should be his first event for his season. Personal best of 10.44 seconds.
Number 6, representing the UWI, Kyle Richards. In lane number 7,
Javari Thomas of Dynamic Speed, 10.11 seconds. He's in 7. And Jaquan Winterburn from GC Foster has a personal best of 10.58 seconds.
That's the lineup for section 306, men's 100 meters.
Eh? Mute the mic, no race, no road. More people let know the kind of player you are.
So getting ready for heat number 3. Latham, Facey, Riley, Williams, Richards, Thomas, Winterburn. Athletes in their respective blocks. Have to look in lane 5 though for Shakur Williams. And Javari Thomas. A brilliant start from Javari Thomas. We spoke about him earlier on. And Shakur Williams. But Shakur Williams is sprinting away from Javari Thomas. It's going to be Williams takes it ahead of Javari Thomas. 10.36 seconds is the flash time. It's for Shakur Williams. 10.35. Thomas is second, 10.44. Richards is third, 10.73 seconds. Top 3 is the men's 100 meters. This is heat number 3. So it's now time for section 4, heat number 4, the men's 100 meters. Lane 2, we have Sean Brand from UTEC. 10.59 seconds is his personal best. Kevon Dorian Benjamin from Fusion Athletics, 10.58 seconds. He's in 3. Emmanuel Archibald from Swept with a time of 10.09 seconds under his belt as his personal best. He's in 4. In lane 5, you have Jason Lewis from Swept, 10.43 seconds is his personal best. Kashim Green of MVP is in lane 6, 10.51 seconds. And in lane 7, you have Ashani Romain Smith from Dynamic Speed Track Club, 10.24. And Ivanhoe Brown of UWI, he's in lane 8 with a personal best of 10.58. Again, 7 facing the starter. Brian, Benjamin, Archibald, Lewis, Green, Smith, and Brown. Heat 4. Oh my word, that doesn't seem good for Emmanuel Archibald. Emmanuel Archibald got out of the blocks before everyone else. He may be in some problems. Let's see what will happen here. He's gone.
So red card shown to the number 4.
Emmanuel Archibald. Well, he's going to... Does he want to protest? Or run under protest? Will that be allowed? No, it won't. So the field that started out at 7 is now down to 6. Emmanuel Archibald with a personal best of 10.09, shown the red card after 4 starting. So Brian, Benjamin, Lewis, Green, Smith, and Brown. Oh my word. Benjamin got out before anybody else. So we saw Archibald receiving the red card, and Benjamin was lined up alongside Archibald before. Well, he's gone. So Benjamin and Archibald out. So now we're down to 5. Started out at 7. We're counting down. Brian in 2, Lewis in 5, Green in 6, Smith in 7, and Brown in 8.
So that was Kevon Benjamin of Fusion Athletics. Show the red card.
Athletes, hopefully we can get a start this time around. Back in their blocks. It's a clean start and a great start for Jason Lewis. Jason Lewis looks good, but Jason Lewis still holding off Smith. It's going to be Lewis and Smith both going across the line. That's a blanket finish for both. Jason Lewis from swept on the inside, Smith from the outside. It's going to be Romain Smith, 10.32 seconds for Smith. Lewis is second, 10.36, and Green is in third, 10.85 seconds. Kashim Green, he's from MVP. So Smith of Dynamic Speed Track Club taking the top spot. This is heat number 4 of 6 in the men's 100 meters.
Section 4. 2 more sections then to come. Is the men's 100 meters sponsored by
2 athletes got disqualified.
The top 8 will feature in the final later on.
In that heat.
That final scheduled for 7:55 p.m. The men's 100 meters A final.
So the penultimate heat is on the cards for the men's 100 meters. That's heat number 5. As we await the results from heat number 4, the official result that is.
You need 10.50 or faster. That 10.14 by Elaine McPherson leads the table with 2 more sections to come. Section 5.
So the penultimate heat. We're looking to see if it's 7 competitors or 6. Don't see anyone in lane 2. Should have been Keneal Campbell of UTEC. He is missing in action.
We start in lane number 3. 10.59 personal best.
So Romario McIntosh from Dynamic Speed Track Club has a personal best of 10.59 seconds. He's in 3. Javoid Tucker with a personal best of 10.08 seconds. He's in 4. Jace Witter of GC Foster is in 5, 10.37 seconds under his belt. And from MVP, Mario Williams has a personal best of 10.25 seconds. He's in lane 6. while Dante Rodane Watson, who's unattached, has a personal best of 10.52 seconds. He's in lane 7. And Orlando Bennett, 10.54 seconds from Racers. You know him for the hurdles. So, as you hear the announcer, Donald Smith, giving some claim to fame to Orlando Bennett, getting that silver on the Global Championship last year. There's no obstacle in front of him for this 100 meters. Normally he does 110. So 6 facing the starter for this penultimate heat: McIntosh, Tucker, Witter, Williams, Watson, and Bennett. And a God has set them away. Brilliant start this for Tucker and Witter. It's going to be Witter from GC Foster. He has the lead. Witter holding off the crowd. It's going to be Witter ahead of Javoy Tucker. 10.50 seconds for Jace Witter of GC Foster ahead of Javoy Tucker, who's running unattached. He has a time of 10.60 seconds, pardon me, for second. And in third you have Bennett, 10.68 seconds for third. So that was the penultimate heat for the men's 100 meters. The final heat coming up, 6 of 6.
One more section to come in the men's 100 meters, sponsored by Grace Kennedy. The top 8 competitors so far with 1 section to go.
So just looking on the lineup, Dario Phillips, he should be in lane 2 for the final heat, heat number 6. He's from MVP, has a personal best of 10.65 seconds. Now Samuel Smith of MVP in 3, 10.58. You have Jonathan Houston from UW Mona. He should be lane 4 with a personal best of 10.50 seconds. Rashid Foster of Michael, he has a personal best of 10.12 seconds. He should be in lane 5. In lane 6, Earl Simmons of GC Foster College has a personal best of 10.13 seconds. Damara Sales of MVP in lane 7, 10.48. That's his personal best. And in lane 8, Yannick O'Kane Yip of Swept, 10.58. Or Yankee. Could we pronounce Yankee? Well, let's say Yankee O'Kane Yip.
In lane number 4, representing UMONA, Jonathan Houston.
So 7 facing the starter for the 6th and final heat in the men's 100 meters.
Credibility on the relay stage from Michael's mentioned 10.2 personal best for Rashid Foster. Another fast one in the field from
so heat 5.
By way of the GC Foster College.
Jace Witter 10.51, Javoy Tucker 10.60, and Orlando Bennett 10.68 seconds. Those were the top 3 in that heat, the penultimate heat. We're now getting ready for the final heat, heat number 6. Men's 100 meters. Heat 6 or section 6 later on will be the final. Top 8 times advances through to the final. You have to look out for Earl Simmons, Rashid Foster, lane 6 and 5 respectively. Simmons from GC Foster, Foster from Michael. And a brilliant start it is for Rashid Foster. Foster has the lead over Earl Simmons. Simmons is trying to gain on Foster, but Foster fights off the battle of Simmons. It's 10.10 seconds for Rashid Foster of Michael, and 10.10, that's the official time. And Simmons is second, 10.26 seconds, and in third year Phillips 10.57. So Rashid Foster with a personal best, erasing the old mark he had of 10.12 seconds. Now he has 10.10 under his belt as his PB in 2026.
So Rashid Foster of Michael.
So Rashid Michael getting the better of GC Foster College in that heat, 6th and final heat. A little later on,
Rashid Foster, 10-1-0, heads the list.
just waiting for the summary
First and next best, 10-1-4. Then Earl Simmons, 10-2-6. Followed by
of the men's 100 meters.
Shaquille Evans comes next at 10-3-5. Jason Lewis, 10-3-6. Daniel Ellis, 10-4-2. And Matthew Compton.
So looking for the top 8 qualifying to the final. Rashid Foster, 10.10 seconds. Adaine McPherson, 10.14. Earl Simmons, 10.26. Ashani Romaine Smith, 4th best overall, 10.32 seconds. Shakur Williams, 10.35. Jason Lewis, 10.36. Daniel Ellis, 10.42. And Makish Compton, 10.43. Those are the finalists for the men's 100 meters. That happens a little later on this evening. Next event on track will be the women's 400 meters. We just saw the completion of the heats for the women's and men's 100. So the next event on track at 5:45 will be the women's 400 meters. The final BA for the women's. Looking ahead to final B, there'll be Janice Adams, Amelia Jeffrey, Annalise Brady of UTEC, Ashanti Moore of Sprintech, Brianna Powell of UTEC, and Champagne of GC Foster College. That's in final B. In final A, we showcase Giselle Alexandria Shaw, Deandra Harris, Anthony Strawn, Shericka Jacko Jackson, Rochelle Clayton, Shan Salmon, and Hannah Charles. Those are the competitors in what's expected to be a spanking final in terms of women's 400 meters A. Not saying the B is not going to be competitive, but when it comes to quality, having the likes of Shericka Jacko Jackson, Anthony Strawn, Rochelle Clayton, Shan Salmon, all in one event, you can travel miles to see. So earlier this in our broadcast, we had the Paralympic. The discus throw is ongoing. Just looking on the long jump, I think it has been completed. Sean D. Thompson, we saw him bring some energy to the crowd here at the National Stadium in the grandstand. 7.83 meters. David Thomason of GC Foster College, 7.18. Devontae McLeod of GC Foster, 7.08. Aubrey Allen had a mark of 6.93 meters. Mark Phillips, 6.91. Jaheim Watson, 6.83. Kevin Ricketts, 6.45. Jamar Reed, 6.19. And Damari Whitaker, 5.51 meters. Long jump, not yet. Sean D. Thompson still competing, still ongoing.
Later on in the program.
Sean D. Thompson series. First jump 7.50, second jump 7.83, and the third 7.82. For Tomlinson, 6.61 and 7.18.
Men's long jump competition.
6.82, 6.83, and 7.00.
Also Sprintech, his best mark came on his second jump, 7.83 meters. He finished ahead of David Tomlinson of GC.
It seems like they have been concluded.
Meters. Third was Savani McLeod,
Just looking back at the series for respective jumpers.
Fourth was Aubrey Allen of Sweat.
Savani McLeod, 6.57, 6.71, 6.66, and 7.08. That was his best jump in his series, and that was his final, sixth and final, that brought forth the best.
Cut the sand at 6.19 meters, the top 8 in the men's long jump competition. We also have the results for the Paralympic men's seated shot put. We only had the one competitor in the field, Khalil.
Looking back on the 100 meters.
Best throw 4.68 meters, which is a new personal best for him.
Now this summary of the 100 meters for women. Evania Williams, 11.18 seconds, advanced through to the final. All competitors did actually. They only had 2 heats with 7 competitors. Nia Wedderburn Goodison with a season's best of 11.34 seconds, advanced through to the final. Jewel Levy, 11.38 with the 3rd best qualifier. Danila Lewis, 11.98. Michaela Antoinette Hendon, 12.18. And Jaden Bennett, 12.81. While Mikia Gordon had 14.09. She advances through to the final with that 14.09 seconds clocking.
The competitors listed: Anthony James of UTEC, Brianna Monteith of GC Foster College, who won at Intercol last year, and of course the 4-time national champion Samantha Hall. She is also in the field, the 2023 Pan Am Games bronze medalist, a personal best of 64.97 meters. She's at MVP. She'll be in the field as well. Those were the 3 competitors listed. The next discus throw will come up later on as well. We have 3 throwers in that. Joseph Salmon,
so we have about 7 minutes or so for the next event on track. That's the women's 400 meters. 2 heats or 2 finals, you may say, 2 sections, section A and B for the women's 400 meters. For the men, you have final D, C, B and A, 4 sections. Then we switch to the 800 meters. That comes up at 6:15, and that's the men's final. And then you at 6:30 you have the 400 meters hurdles for men. And then you have the A final and the B final for the hurdles. And the 200 meters takes center stage at 6:45 on the women's side. And that'll be pretty interesting, though, to be honest. In the C final, in the 200 meters, which comes up a little later on,
2.05 meters.
You have Janelle Josephs, Alana Reed. And a lot of persons have been asking the question, who's her coach? Crystal Slowly. And 4, Michael Moody, Kevona Davis, Kishona Niles, Chaitanya Lowe, and Giselle Shaw. You know, you look at this field, outstanding youth athletes, Alana Reed, Kevona Davis, Nikhil Moody from the western end of the island, went to UTEC before switching to GC Foster College. Crystal Slowly, outstanding sprinter. She came on, she exploded 2 years ago on the track. They're trying to manage school and track and field. She is a wonderful talent. Kevona Davis, Edwin Allen, traveling up to races, went to college, the States. Many persons expected her to explode in the senior ranks. Hasn't happened just yet. And people are thinking, being amongst the guru coach, who's not known for a lot of female athletes, as Glenn Mills, but he will tell you different. He will give you stories. He was a coach of Aileen Bailey at one point, and she was firing on the track. But persons are thinking that this may be a right move for her as Kevona Davis. Let's see what she has to offer. She has dropped some weight, but a brilliant sprinter from her high school days. Still young. In the B final of the 200 meters, Joe Levy should be back on the track. Tia Clayton, another outstanding youth sprinter. Left high school a little bit early, many may say. Has gone into the professional ranks at Optimum. Had some injury issues earlier this season. Let's see if she's back. Ackera Nugent, more known for Excelsior High. Outstanding hurdler, outstanding sprinter. And she has come a long way. A major talent, a junior champion on the global scene. She wants to put that on the senior ranks. But now at races, let's see how she develops for the next year or two. Because I think she still has a lot to put on the track. She can go faster, but to negotiate the speed with the obstacles, the hurdles, that has been her problem somewhat, but she seems like she's getting over it. And when that project is over, many persons think that she will be extremely, extremely special, because she's already special. Elaine Thompson-Herah, what can you say about this young lady? She's in lane 6. She's in the seat, though, in the women's 200 meters. Everybody is magnanimous to see this lady back on the track. Has been missing for some time. Outstanding, outstanding athlete in the 200 meters, 100 meters, representing your country on the global scene. This woman is a phenom.
So 2 sections.
And we do hope she can rediscover her form she had years ago, because I think she still can.
Here's the line.
So we'll wait. In the meantime, on the track, next event, 400 meters.
A personal best of 55.95 seconds, representing GC Foster College, Roshawn.
So this is the first of two in the women's 400 meters. In lane 3, you have Janice Adams of GC Foster College with a personal best of 55.99 seconds. Amelia Jeffrey of GC Foster College is in 4 with a personal best of 55.33. Annalise Brady of UTEC, she's in 5, having a personal best of 54.49 seconds. In 6 is Ashanti Moore, 54.31. Brianna Powell is in lane 7 with a personal best of 55.25 seconds. And from GC Foster College out in lane 8 is Orisha Champagny. As you get ready for the 6 competitors in the first of 2 sections on the women's 400 meters. Annalise Brady in 5. She's from UTEC. On the inside of Brady is Jeffrey from GC Foster. And in 3, Adams from GC Foster. It's a clean start for the first of 2 sections of the women's 400 meters. Getting out well, Ashanti Moore has gone out extremely fast. She has gone by Brianna Powell on her outside and covered Champagny. So Ashanti Moore, the young lady, looks pretty good past the entrance of the marathon tunnel. And based on the stagger, she has about an 8 or 9 10-meter lead with about 180 meters lead. It is Ashanti Moore on the outside. It is Champagny, who is in lane 8, but trying to sweep through. Annalise Brady from UTEC is trying to cut the deficit. On the inside of Brady is Jeffrey. That is a top 3. Ashanti Moore seems like she has run out of gas. On the inside is Jeffrey of GC Foster College. She wants to go in the front of the pack, but Ashanti Moore is holding off the challenge of Jeffrey of GC Foster College. Ashanti Moore stops the clock at 54.40 seconds. Jeffrey of GC Foster is second, and Brady of UTEC is third, 54.38 seconds for Ashanti Moore. Jeffrey is second, 54.60, and Brady is third, 55.17 seconds. In that section B, the women's 400 meters. So that's a strong performance there from Ashanti Moore. Amir thought she hit a wall with 70 meters to go, but she found something, and she fought. And that shows a lot of heart coming from this warrior. So Ashanti Moore taking the top spot, 54.38 seconds. Jeffrey 54.60 with a personal best. Annalise Brady third, 55.17. Horatia Champagne 55.28. She was fourth, also with a personal best. And Brianna Paul finishing fifth, 56.23. And Janice Adams sixth, 59 seconds flat. So the next event on the track is Section A, the women's 400 meters. In lane 2, you have Giselle Alexandria Shaw from Fusion Athletics, having a personal best of 54.17 seconds. Deandra Harris of UTEC, she's in lane 3, 55.12. Anthony Strawn of MVP in 4, 52.42 seconds. And then in lane 5, a warrior, a champion, young lady from Vera Technical. She's from the Ghan Parish, St. Anne, Shericka Jacko Jackson. Roshawn Clayton. What can we say about this lady from Elite? Outstanding global medalist Clayton. Shine Salmon in lane 7. Also more known for hurdling capabilities, but she can do the quarter mile. And in lane 8, you have Hannah Charles of UTEC. Many persons are happy to see her back home. And Sharon Salmon with Sprint Tech.
In lane number 3, 55.12 personal best.
So 7 facing the starter in this section A, the second and final section of the women's 400 meters.
And rounding out the field in lane number 2, representing Fusion Athletics.
So Shaw, Harris, Strawn, Jackson, Clayton, Salmon, and Charles.
The women's 400 meters, sponsored by Nkrumie. On your mark.
Shericka Jackson, 49.47. That's her personal best. Strawn, 52.42. And Clayton, 51.81. So the officials not happy. Asking the athletes to stand. A hush comes over the National Stadium. Not many persons inside of the grandstand, but the few that are here are very vocal. This is a wonderful meet. Shaw, Harris, Strawn, Jackson, Clayton, Salmon, and Charles. And a clean break this for the women's section A of the 400 meters. Here Salmon looks pretty good on the inside, though Shericka Jacko Jackson has caught the deficit on Clayton on her outside. That's the top 2 based on the stagger. But Clayton, feeling the presence of Jacko Jackson, has stepped up her pace somewhat. But Shine Salmon, she's in lane 7, is out in front, but the inside. Jackson again makes her move and trying to cut the deficit of Clayton with 160 meters to go. It's Shericka Jacko Jackson passing Roshawn Clayton on her outside. She will carry the field in the home stretch. Jackson goes into another gear. She's now trying to lead Roshawn Clayton, but Clayton says she's having none of it. But will she talk? Who will be the one that has the biggest talk at the end of the race? It will be Shericka Jacko Jackson. Cruise cruising home in this women's 400 meters section A. 52.05 seconds for Shericka Jackson. The young lady Tia Clayton is second and should be Salmon third. 52.05 is Jackson's official time. Clayton 52.57, and in third you have Salmon 52.28.
After the completion of the two sections.
53.28, pardon me, for Cheyenne Salmon.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can give a louder round of applause for the athletes.
So I said before, so the official result has been posted. Shericka Jackson 52.05 seconds. Tia Clayton 52.57. Roshawn Salmon 53.28. Hannah Charles 53.98 seconds. Giselle Alexandra Shaw 56.36. Dandra Harris 56.52 seconds. And Anthony Strawn did not finish. I do hope that she's okay. She has had some injury issues all through her career. I'm just hoping she's okay. But in the meantime, the next event on the track, the women had their time to shine with two events, Section A and B, in the 400 meters. Now it's time for the men. We have four sections for the men. This is Section D. In three, Yazid Daniel from UTEC. Seems like from Barbados. In four, Andrew Williams from Excelsior Community College. 47.99 seconds is his personal best. Daniel's personal best, who's in lane 3. 47.99. Dane Crooks, he's in 5. 47.90 seconds. He's from New Era. And in lane 6, Zandrian Barnes of Sprintec, 44.90 in 6. Sashak Shand from GC Foster College, 47.68 seconds. And 8, Romero Nation, 47.68 seconds from GC Foster College. He's in 8. The 6th facing the start of Section D of the men's 400 meters. 4 sections for this event.
Number 4 from Excelsior Community College, Andrew Williams.
Have to look out for Zandrian Barnes. He's in lane 6.
Yazid Daniel, the line for the first section of the men's 400 meters.
Daniel in 3, Williams 4, Crooks 5, Barnes 6, Shand 7, and Nation in 8. That was a clean start for Section D of the men's 400 meters. Shand and Nation, who are in lanes 7 and 8, they look pretty good, but on the inside, Zandrian Barnes. I said that Shand and Nation looked good, but on the inside of both is Zandrian Barnes of Sprintec, who has covered the both GC Foster athletes with 210 meters left in this event. This is Section D of the men's 400 meters. Zandrian Barnes is putting down the gauntlet. He wants a good time this afternoon. He has about a 9 to 10 meter lead on the entire field as he carries the field in the home stretch. Is Zandrian Barnes. He's all alone, himself and the clock, going against no one. And Zandrian Barnes looks on the clock as he goes across the line, stops the clock at 45.40 seconds. That's a flash time for Zandrian Barnes. 45.41 for Zandrian Barnes. And Nation finishing in second, 47.92. Daniel in third, 48.46 seconds. That's the top 3 in the men's 400 meters. This is Section D, or that was Section D. Getting ready for Section C. So section C, the next event on track. Should have a full field
So the winning time of
for
1.41
this event.
equals the meet record. So a big run for Zharnel Barnes in the first section of the men's 400 meters. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause.
So equaling the meet record 45.41 seconds, Zharnel Barnes
Section on track. Section 2.
has a lot of speed under his belt.
We start in the lane number 8.
So this is section C.
Best of 47.61 seconds.
So I don't see anyone in lane 2.
Elaine 7 from GC Foster College.
So in lane 1 you have Sheem Daniel from GC Foster College having a personal best of 47.68 seconds. Jamil Young from Michael should be in lane 2, don't see him as yet. Had a personal best of 47.61. Leroy Gallimore of GC Foster College having a personal best of 47.68. He should be in 3. Marcus Hutchinson of Michael having a personal best of 47.61 seconds. He's in 4. In 5, Omarion Barrett of GC Foster College, 47.99 seconds is his personal best. Adriana Abijah Smith of MVP in lane 6, 47.52 seconds. Omali Harry of GC Foster College having a personal best of 47.65 seconds. He's in 7. And in lane 8 you have Matthew Morris of UTEC with a time of 47.61 seconds. That's his personal best. So 7 facing the starter. No Jamil Young. Should have been in lane 2. It's a clean start for section C. The men's 400 meters. Getting out well is Omali Harry. He's in lane 7. He is in full white. He's gaining somewhat on Matthew Morris, who's in lane 8. On the inside of Harry is Abijah Smith of MVP. But looking well in the middle, looks like Barrett and Michael in lane number 4, Hutchinson. Hutchinson looks like he has the lead based on the stagger. I said look like he has the lead, and he carries the field in the home stretch. It's Hutchinson. He looks cruising around the bend. It's Hutchinson looking in the top spot. Hutchinson looks well. On the inside is Daniel in full white. But Hutchinson from Michael with a 5-meter lead. On the inside is Gallimore of GC Foster College. He slipped into that second position. But it will be Hutchinson of Michael. Stops the clock at 47.98 seconds. That's the flash time. Official time is 47.98. And sneaking through for second is Gallimore from GC Foster College. 48.60, and Harry is third, 49.08 seconds. Harry is also from GC Foster College. That's section C, the men's 400 meters. Someone in the stands getting excited. Section B, the next event on track. Still men's 400 meters. All the lights coming on inside the National Stadium. So Stephen Rankin, he's in lane 1 from GC Foster College, having a personal best of 47.99 seconds. Delroy Hall of GC Foster College in 2, 47.99. Also, a personal best. You have Najee Mikiel from UTEC, has a personal best of 47.45. Shane Kemoy Bowen of Titans, he's in lane 4 with a personal best of 47.58. Emil Gordon of UTEC in 5, 46.74 seconds. That's his personal best. Derek Grant of GC Foster College, he is in 6 with a personal best of 47.41 seconds. Ryan Weber of UTEC in 7, 47.31. That's his personal best. And Antoine Williams of Michael is in lane 8 with a personal best of 47.60. Now, looking on the field, though, I don't see Derek Grant, who should have been in lane 6. He's from GC Foster College. So just 7 facing the starter in Section B.
Lane number 5, a personal best 46.74 seconds, representing UTEC, Emil Gordon. In lane number 4, 47.58 seconds at his best.
So Shane Kemoy Bowen in 4.
From Titans Track Club, Yashane Bowen. In lane number 3, 47.45 at his best. From UTEC, Najee Mikhail. In lane 2, 47.99 is personal best. From GC Foster College, Donald Paul. And in lane number 1, 47.99 is personal best. From GC Foster College, Stephen Rankin. The lineup for the penultimate section, men's 400 meters.
With the lights getting bright inside of the National Stadium, it's now time for Section B to shine. Ranking in 1, Hall in 2, Michael in 3, Bowen in 4, Gordon 5, Weber 7, and Williams in lane 8. Grant, who should have been in lane 6, is missing in action. Oh my word. Stephen Rankin got out of the blocks before the gun was fired.
Third section, men's 400.
So let's see what decision will be made by the officials. Let's see, the red card is coming. And the yellow. He doesn't look too happy though, Rankin, as the official walks. Red card is out.
Red card shown to Stephen Rankin of GC Foster College for a false start.
Nothing to protest.
The field down to 6 competitors.
Well, on the cards was written, it was 8. 7 faced the starter. Now we're down to 6. So Hall in 2, Mikhail in 3, Bowen in 4, Gordon in 5, Weber 7, and Williams in lane 8. It's the start of the penultimate heat of the men's 400 meters. Field down to 6. And looking good is Weber. Weber on the heels of Williams, who's in lane 8. But coming also is Emil Gordon. It looks pretty good, Emil Gordon of UTEC. He is now gaining on Weber and Williams on his outside. So it is Emil Gordon with about 200 meters to go. He looks pretty strong. And on the inside trying to come through is Mikhail and Bowen. So Bowen trying to cut the deficit somewhat. But Gordon leading by about 5 meters or so with 90 meters to go, trying to extend the lead. It's all about the man called Gordon. Gordon, he's pushing, but on the inside of Gordon is Bowen. Bowen cutting the deficit, but the man from UTEC, Gordon, takes the top spot. On the inside, Mikhail was also there, and Bowen was fighting for that second spot. 48.68 seconds for Gordon.
6.8 for
The winning time. And it was close for second. Mikhail was there, Bowen was there. Mikhail got second.
Mikhail of UTEC.
48.85 seconds for Mikhail. And Weber finished third, 48.96.
Makes it a trio of University of Technology Jamaica athletes across the line.
Bowen finishing in fourth.
In Section 3. Section 4 comes up next.
Now this is going to be special. Well, I did mention Glenn Mills earlier, the head coach at Racers. He has a few athletes in this final heat. two young athletes. Expectations are high for both. Let's give you the lane assignments for the final section, the men's 400 meters. Siobhan Wardlaw of UTEC, he's in one with a time of 47.99 seconds. That's his personal best. Anderson Burris of GC Foster College in 2, 47.99 seconds. Roshawn Simister from MVP has a personal best of 46.43 seconds. He's in lane 3. Ackera Slater of GC Foster College, he's in 4, 46.15 seconds. In 5, Marshina Rose of Racers, 45.90. And in 6, Brendan Rodney of Sprintech, he is a Canadian, 45.96 seconds. Taj Marcus White of Racers has a personal best, 45.5. Now he's in 7. And in lane 8, you have Kemar Davis of Dynamic Speed Track Club. He's in 8, 47.29. Full field for Section A, the men's 400 meters. This is going to be special, many may think.
From the Racers Track Club, Taj Marcus White.
Formerly of Kingston College, his supporters are in the stands. Taj Marcus White and Marshina Rose.
Gold medalist over 4x100 meters, Brendan Rodney. In lane number 5, was second in that class for boys 400 meters final last year champs. Also represented Kingston College, now a Racers Track Club as well. Let's make welcome Marcinio Rose. In lane number 4, 46.15 seconds.
This is going to be a crackle. Is it though, to be honest?
In lane number 3.
When I mention cracker, I'm not talking about the times that will be laid down, but maybe the competitiveness.
In lane 2 from GC Foster College, 47.99 personal best, Anderson Burris.
We have to look out for the two youngsters, Taj Marcus White, Martina Rose, not to forget about Brendan Rodney.
Siobhan Wardlaw. That's the lineup.
These are the 3 competitors with 45 seconds clocking under their belt. Taj Marcus White, 45.59 seconds. That's his season's best. And also his personal best. When he ran that time, he looked at the clock and he was disappointed. Will the same thing happen today? It's the start of the men's section A of the 400 meters. Kemar Davis gets out like he's running out 100 meters. He's in lane 8. He's in the orange. And on the inside of Kemar Davis in lane 8, Taj Marcus White and Brendan Rodney and Rose. Those are the 3 bunched together. More so White and Rodney. Rodney has gained somewhat on White on his outside with about 200 meters to go. Kemar Davis still maintaining that speed, though he tries to carry the field in the home stretch. Now Taj Marcus White has gone into another gear. On the inside is Rodney. Those are the top 3. It's going to be Marcina Rose in the mix, but the man Taj Marcus White with the lead. And Taj Marcus White strides away from Rodney, who is in second. But Taj Marcus White will go across the line in 46.40 seconds. And Marcina Rose finishing in second, and Brendan Rodney finishing in third. 46.39 for Taj Marcus White, 47.14 seconds for Rose in second, and in third you have Rodney, 47.36 seconds. Top 3 in the men's 400 meters. That was Section A on the track.
That concludes the men's 400 meters. The 45.41 stands as the fastest time, a new record in the event.
So Zharnel Barnes, overall winner, 45.41 seconds under his belt. And second was Taj Marcus White, 46.39. Massina Rose, third overall, 47.14. Brendan Rodney, fourth overall, 47.36 seconds. Romero Nation, 47.92. Marcus Hutchinson, 47.98. And Akani Slater, 48 seconds flat.
800 meters. Please report to the start line now.
The next event on the track is the men's 800 meters.
Sanjay Ivory as well as Shakima Banks. Please report to the start line now.
Scheduled to start at 6:15. May start a bit late. We're at 6:12. Look at some of the events which have taken place since the event started at 4 p.m. .100 meters for women happened earlier on, and advancing through to the final, Evander Williams 11.18 seconds, clocked a personal best. And Nia Wedderburn Goodison 11.34 seconds, a season's best. Jura Levy 11.38 seconds, also a season's best. Daniela Lewis 11.98. Michaela Anthony Tenlon 12.18 seconds. Jaden Bennett 12.81. And Mikia Gordon 14.09. Those are the qualifiers for this evening's final in the women's 100 meters. A high jump happened earlier on this evening. Luciane Wilson of GC Foster College clearing the bar 2.15 meters. Horatio Humphrey 2.05, a season's best under his belt. Jedi James 1.95 meters under his belt. Shane Wilson also a very good basketball player.
And Anna Reed makes her 2026 debut on the track here. Crystal Slowly, Kevona Davis back after a 2-year gap. David Terrell, Natasha Morrison, Ackera Nugent.
So the finalists.
Serena Cole and Elaine Thompson-Herah.
For the men's 100 meters, Rashid Foster advancing through to the final with a personal best of 10.10 seconds. Dane McPherson 10.14 seconds, a season's best. Earl Simmons of GC Foster College at 10.26 seconds. Shani Romy Smith 10.32 seconds under his belt, a season's best. Shakur Williams in lane 5, or should I say, with the 5th best qualifier to the final, 10.35 seconds. Jason Lewis, the 6th best, 10.36. Daniel Ellis, 10.42 seconds, a personal best. And Makish Compton of Sprintech, 10.43 seconds.
Names you know all so well, you will receive them momentarily. How about Javon Powell, Christopher Taylor, Zharnel Hughes, Kingston Golson, Adrian Carr, and Nigel Ellis? Well, they will be on show as well. And remember, we mentioned the big 100 meters finals that will be coming up later on in the program. We start, of course, with the women's 100 meters final. And there's just one section for the women, and that race will be run at 7:40 p.m. Then we have 3 finals on the men's side, or 3 sections in the final of the men's 100 meters. The first at 7:45 p.m., the second 7:50 p.m., and then the big one at 7:55 p.m. A lot to come, a lot to see here. It is Velocity Fest 18, right here at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. So the 400-meter hurdles appear to be next.
So they're scrapping the 800 meters.
We confirm that momentarily.
But the 400-meter hurdles is the next event on the track. Hurdles are now being put out by the officials. And the 400-meter hurdles is just for men. And that's scheduled to begin at 6:30.
The women's long jump.
Next 10 minutes.
They're in round number 4 of jumping. The leader, Khadija Powell of UTEC. Her best mark 5.71 meters. She leads ahead of Nikita Hedlund 5.55 and Melissa Morgan 5.22. So the event you see on the track will be the men's 400-meter hurdles. 2 sections to come in that. But it's interesting to note, and important to note as well, that Supplejet, they have sponsored all the hurdles races here at Velocity Fest 18. It means that the top 3 from all the hurdles races, the 400-meter hurdles, the men's 110-meter hurdles, and the women's 100-meter hurdles will get a case of Supplejet. Supplejet boosts you up. And I'm sure that case will go a long way to give them some air over the hurdles in future events. So thank you very much, Supplejet, for your kind sponsorship of all the hurdles races. The women's discus throw has been completed. The winner, 4 times national champion, Samantha Hall, season's best of 0.60 meters. That's 61.60 meters for MVP Samantha Hall, winning the women's discus throw. She finished ahead of Brianna Monteith of GC Foster College, 42.68 meters. And third was Anthony James of UTEC, 34.60 meters. The men's event is ongoing. They have just completed or just started round number 6. Shad Wright leads with 62.25 meters.
So just giving you some results, the women's long jump event. Khadija Powell with a mark of 5.71 meters. She took the top spot. Her series 5.40, 5.68, 5.71, and 5.55.
The final round here is
And Michaela Antoinette Henland, 5.55 meters. She did that on her first attempt. 5.52 and 5.47 fouled on her third attempt. Melissa Morgan, 5.22 meters. Did that on her fourth attempt, 5.12, 5.17, and increased to 5.22. Roshawn Matthews of MVP has 4.32. Did that on her first attempt, 4.32 meters, 4.30, a foul, and 3.92. So far in the women's long jump event.
The men's 400-meter hurdles is coming up next. 2 sections.
As the
Section A is the section
officials
the big names. Section
preparing for the 400 meters hurdles, men.
looking to make it into the big leagues in 2026.
Discus throw for women. Samantha Hall registered a season's best of 61.60 meters. Looking on her series, her first throw was 58.00 meters. 58.31 was her second throw. 57 meters was her third. Then her fifth throw, she fouled the fourth. Her fifth throw, 61.60, that was the winning mark. 57.60, her sixth and final throw. Brianna Tammy Ann Monteith had a mark of 42.68 meters. She fouled her first 2 attempts before registering 42.68. Fouled the fourth attempt, then registered 42.12 and 40.85 meters. The third was Altanique James of UTEC, had a mark of 34.60 meters. Well, that mark came on her first attempt from the ring, 34.60, fouled the second. The third, she registered 29.74 meters, then fouled the fourth, fifth, and no mark on the sixth. Well, that's the women's discus. The men's discus is on the way. So the men's 400 meters hurdles scheduled to get on the way at 6:30.
Men's 400 meter hurdles.
You have 2 sections for the 400 meter hurdles. Section 1, Malachi Needham from New Era Track Club, who has a personal best of 52.30 seconds, is in lane 1. Tayshawn Berry of GC Foster College, 52.08. That's his personal best. He's in 2. Zachary Chamberlain of Titans has a PB of 52.05 seconds. In 4, Jamani Smith, unattached, has a personal best of 51.42 seconds. Antonio John Forbes of Titans has a personal best of 50.18 seconds. Daniel Henry, he's in lane 6, 52.20 seconds. That's his personal best. Romain Campbell of Michael Elaine 7 having a personal best of 51.99 seconds. And Sean Gardner of UTEC, he has a personal best of 52.21. He is in lane 8. First of 2 heats.
Let's meet the competitors in the first section.
So the athletes are being asked to stand behind their blocks. Just making sure all athletes are in their respective lanes. On paper, we have a full field.
Here we go, in lane number 8.
And on the track, we also have a full field.
Representing UTEC 52.21 at his best, Sean Gardner. In lane number 7, 51.99 at his best, from Mike University College, Romain Campbell. In lane 6, 52.20 is the lifetime best, from UTEC, Daniel Henry. In lane number 5, a personal best of 50.18 seconds, was the corporate area champion back in 2024 with this event, from Titans, Antonio Forbes. In lane number 4, he's running unattached, 51.42 at his best, Jamali Smith. In lane 3, 52.05, his personal best, from Titans, Zachary Chamberlain. In lane 2, 52.08, his personal best, from GC Foster College, Tayshawn Berry. And in lane number 1, 52.30, his personal best, from New Era Track Club, Malachi Needham. It is a full field for the first section of the men's 400-meter hurdles. These are the ones who are looking to get big ties to start things off in 2026. On the senior side, Mr. Slot.
Needham in 1, Berry 2, Chamberlain 3, Smith 4, Forbes 5, Henry 6, Campbell 7, and Gardner in lane 8. First of 2 sections, men's 400 meters hurdles. And the guard had sent them away. Romain Campbell gets out well. On the outside of Romain Campbell is Sean Gardner. He's in lane 8, but stumbling over the first set of hurdles was Campbell. And then Gardner has gone into his stride. In the middle of the track is Forbes. Forbes is pretty good, but moving well. It looks like Berry in the GC Foster College. But with about 200 meters, it's going to be Berry of GC Foster College. He is leading the field as he goes into the home stretch. Based on the saga, is going to be Berry coming around into the straightaway in the top position. He is in lane 2, the young man from GC Foster College. But Jamari Smith is challenging and has moved right past him. It's Forbes now in the top position, and it's going to be Forbes with no challenge at all. He goes across the line, 50.71 seconds for Forbes, and not his personal best of 50.18, but 50.74 for Forbes. And Henry finishing in second, 51.78 seconds. Henry is from UTEC, and the third is Chamberlain of Titans, coming through 51.93 and bettering his mark of 52.05 seconds.
And in fourth, Tayshawn Berry, 52.61, the top 4 in section 1.
So Berry looked strong for the first 300 meters. However, there was 100 meters to go. And that told the story of Berry. Special result coming through. Antonio Forbes, 50.04 seconds for first. Daniel Henry finishing second in this section, section 1 of 2, 51.78, a personal best for Henry. Chamberlain also personal best. He finished third, 51.83 seconds, erasing his mark of 52.05. Tejon Bering finishing fourth, was strong all the way out for the first 300 meters, and then came the home stretch. 52.61 seconds. He held on for fourth though, and Jamani Smith 52.63 seconds in lane 4, finishing in 5th. Getting ready now for the second final. In lane 1, you have Miguel Spence of UTEC with a personal best of 52.99 seconds. Chavoy Thompson of Holland, 52.54 seconds. He's in lane 2. Damar Murray of Titans in 3, having a personal best of 49.69 seconds. Denick Luke of Racers Track Club has a time of 48.82 for his personal best. He's in 4. In 5, Malik Kimani James King of Titans, having a personal best of 47.42 seconds. He's in 5. Rayon Campbell of GC Foster College is in 6, 49.52 seconds. That's his personal best. Asini Wilson of Titans, he's in 7 with a personal best of 48.36 seconds. Romarius Stewart, he is of Maiko with a personal best of 50.11 seconds.
In lane number 5, the fastest in the field on personal best at 47.42 seconds. The 2025 Dakar Championship silver medalist, the 2024 national champion, the Olympian from Titans, Malik James King. In lane number 4.
Now, Malik James King has improved somewhat the last 2 years.
23 Dakar under 23 800 meters bronze medalist.
And he has gotten stronger. He's in 5. You have to look out for Malik James King. You have to look out for Denick Luke in 4 and Damar Murray in 3. Lanes 3, 4, 5.
Let's make welcome Damar Murray in lane number 2.
And not to forget Asina Wilson in 7. So this is going to be a hot one. This is section A, the men's 400 meters hurdles. In A, in 1, Spence, 2, Thompson, 3, Murray, 4, Luke, 5, James King, 6, Campbell, 7, Wilson, and in lane 8, you have Stewart. You have to look out for Wilson, Campbell, James King, Luke, and Murray. That's lanes 7 to 3. But someone else can tell their story tonight. And the gun has sent them away. Asina Wilson gets out well. On the outside of Wilson is Stewart Hughes in lane 8. But certainly Asina Wilson on the heels of Stewart already with about 270 meters to go. Asina Wilson has gone by Romario Stewart. On the inside, it looks to be Malik James King that's biding his time. On the inside of Malik James King is Denick Luke in lane 4. But going back to the top of the pack, Asina Wilson in lane 7. He's carrying the field in the home stretch. On the inside, here comes Damar Murray and Denick Luke. So in lane 4 is Denick Luke. Luke is in second, but Asina Wilson maintaining the top spot. Denick Luke is coming, and on the outside is Asina Wilson. Wilson holding on the challenge of Luke. It's going to be Wilson, then Luke, and finishing in third is Malik James King. 48.32 seconds for Asina Wilson. Finishing in second is Denick Luke, and in third is Malik Kimani James King. Wilson's time 48.29, Luke's time 48.37, Malik James King 49.15. So Asina Wilson, 48.29 seconds. So that is a meet record for Asina Wilson and a personal best, 48.29, erasing the 48.36 he had under his belt. So congratulations to Asina Wilson. for running a personal best, breaking the meet record, and taking the top spot.
The top three. That was the
Official time 48.29 seconds for Senior Wilson, meet record, personal best. Denick Luke 48.37, also personal best. And Malik James King 49.15 seconds, he finished third. Damar Murray finishing fourth, 50.46 seconds. Ramar Stewart in fifth, 51.48. And in sixth, Shavoy Thompson, 52.41. And Ryan Campbell, he finished seventh, 52.66 seconds. Miguel Spence finishing eighth, 56.17. And just a note, Shavoy Thompson, he's from Holland, still attending high school, 52.41.
And that 48.29 from the Senior Wilson in March on the 21st day of this month, 2026, now stands as a world lead in the men's 400-meter hurdles. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up once more for a Senior Wilson of Titans.
So the next event on the track should be the 200 meters, sponsored by Water. That's scheduled to get on the way at 6:45 this afternoon. Section C, B, and A. And just a reminder, Section C, with some huge names: Alana Reed, outstanding junior athlete; Crystal Slowly, outstanding UTEC athlete; Mikhail Moody, outstanding Western athlete; Kevona Davis, outstanding Edwin Allen and girls champs record holder. That's only in one heat. That will be in Section C. Section B, showcasing Jura Levy, who was on the track in the 100 meters early on, qualified for the final in the 100 meters. Tiana Lee Terlong, a youngster from Optimum Track Club, she'll be on the track, hopefully. Natasha Morrison, outstanding athlete, a stalwart at MVP. Ackera Nugent, we're talking about Section B, we're not talking about all the sections, it's just in one race. Elaine Thompson-Herah in this event, and Tobi Amusan, along with Serena Cole. This is just one heat. Let me repeat. In two will be Tiana Lee Terlong. 3, Jura Levy. 4, Natasha Morrison. 5, Ackera Nugent. 6, Elaine Thompson-Herah. 7, Tobi Amusan. And in 8, it'll be Serena Cole. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And in Section A, Hannah Faith Bell from Racers, Tia Clayton, MVP, Jodine Williams, Sprint Tech, Tia Clayton, MVP, Sada Williams, MVP, Karika Hill, MVP, and Nia Wedderburn Goodison from Dynamic Speed Track Club. Wow. You're talking about quality in all 3 sections. Outstanding quality, outstanding junior quality, and quality. Olympic champions, junior champions, world junior champions, record holders, world record holders, national record holders, all different categories you want to label in this 200 meters on the cards. National record holders, not only for Jamaica, but across the Caribbean and the world. Jitterbugs going off in the stadium. Persons getting excited for this 200 meters coming up on the women's side. Then the men will take center stage. Ramon Barneswell, Kevon Benjamin, Evaldo Whitehorn, Romario McIntosh, Javon Francis, Wayne McPherson, Tariq Dakers, Javon Powell, DeMarc Stevenson, Michael Campbell, Mark Manley, Michael Sharp, Christopher Taylor, Shaib Watson, Gary Card, Rowan Watson, Zharnel Hughes, Javarid Thomas, Tyreek A. Banks, Roshawn Clarke, DeJohn Strawn, Kedron Golson, Jaquan Wedderburn, Antonio Watson, Marzina Barrett, Dominique Williams, Adrian Carr, Antonio Parker, Sandre Davidson, Javier Brown, Hansle Parchment, Nigel Ellis, Karon Griffiths, Tyrone Williams, Xavier Neern, and Shamar Chambers. Wow. That's the men list for the 200 meters.
Out to 72 meters, 09 at 72.09 meters for the early lead.
With the javelin going on the infield,
So far, also in the field,
you may see a lot of
Spencer,
activities going on in preparation for ISA Boys and Girls Track at the Field Championships, which start next Tuesday inside the National Stadium on the grounds of Independence Park Limited.
that event, of course, the next javelin, sponsored by Lucasine.
So you're not missing much action on the track, the javelin going on the infield, and the shot put also. We'll give you some results from those two events in a short while. But I'm getting nervous. To see these competitors on the track. You're talking about double-double. You're speaking about world record holder, national record holders, top 3 of all times. This is massive talent for this 200 meters.
So we're roughly 2 minutes away from the start of the women's 200 meters.
So have to big up the crew on Track Alert.
We've also had the completion of the women's long jump competition.
And thank you very much for tuning in
5.71 meters.
on this glorious Saturday afternoon, well, more so evening.
There was Melissa Morgan but she jumped unattached 5.54 meters, and fourth, Shoshana Matthews, representing MVP. Her best was 4.
So the first of 3 200 meters will be on the cards.
This long jump was sponsored by MVP.
And the lane assignments, Giselle Alexandra Shaw from Fusion Athletics, 24.50 seconds. Janelle Josephs of MVP, 23.92. That's her personal best. She should be in lane 2. In 3, Alana Reed, unattached, 22.95 seconds. That's her personal best. Crystal Sloaning from UTEC, it should be in 4, 23.82.
Well, I can tell you that must be Elvis Graham. And the men's javelin throw.
So if you did not see it,
has thrown 77 meters and 31 at his best.
the javelin was just thrown by Elvis Graham a short while ago. We'll give you the measurement in a very short while. We're going back to the track for the first of 3 200 meters. Crystal Slowly, personal best, 23.82 seconds from UTEC is in 4. Mikael Moody of GC Foster College, 23.80 in 5. Kevona Davis of Racers, 22.26 seconds in 6. And Tritania Lowe of GC Foster College, 24.42 seconds in 7. And Kishona Niles of UTEC, 24.50 is in lane 8.
Well, guess what? Elvis Graham just threw 75 meters, .08. That's 75.08.
So 75.08 meters.
We have a new meet record.
So another meet record falling here this evening by Elvis Graham in the men's javelin.
The women are ready. It's the 200 meters women, sponsored by water. Let's meet the competitors.
So just to make sure that everybody's there.
We start in lane number 8. A personal best of 24.50 seconds, the 2024 World Under 20 100 meters bronze medalist, representing UTEC,
Roshawn Niles. UTEC and Barbados is in 8.
Long jump finalist, representing GC Foster College, Tia Clayton. In lane number 6, you know her very well, the 2017 World Under 18 100 meters bronze medalist. 2024 Big 12 100 meters first place finisher 22.26.
Well, I don't see slowly. We should be in lane 4.
Davis.
So applause ringing out for Ackera Davis.
In lane number 5, the 2025 Intercollegiate bronze medalist 23.80 to her best from GC Foster College, Michael Moody. In lane number 3, she's
So no Crystal slowly in 4.
Fest 2018. The 2024 World Under 20 100 meters gold medalist and 4x1 gold medalist. She has won.
Welcome back, Alana Reed. I was with Dennis Mitchell's group for a time. Now back in the island.
In lane number 2, a World Under 24x4 bronze.
And Janelle Josephs
from MVP Track Club, Janelle Josephs.
in 2. And Shaw
For the first section
is missing in action.
this is the women's 200 meters.
So 6 facing the starter here. Joseph's in 2, Alana Reed in 3, Moody 5, Davis in 6, Low 7, and Niles in 8. You have to look in lane 6, Ackera Davis. Alana Reed is in 3. The interest lurks on the track. It's the start of this section 3 of the women's 200 meters. Ackera Davis gaining on low on her outside. Davis will carry the field on the home stretch, but Alana Reed looks well on the inside. But Alana Reed maintaining the momentum, maintaining the lead. Alana Reed striving away from Ackera Davis. It's Alana Reed who stops the clock at 22.84 seconds, and that could be her personal best. 22.83 seconds. That is up, positive 2.7. The wind does not regulate for it to be a personal best, but 22.83 seconds for Reed. Davis is second, 23.
And
Ackera Davis finishing in second.
For some time, cross the line second, 23.31.
23.31 for Ackera Davis
Ladies and gentlemen,
for second.
a round of applause.
Alana Reed 22.83, Davis 23.31. Give you the official results.
For section 1. Wait till you see the lineup for section 2.
So Alana Reed taking the top spot in the first of 3 sections, 22.83 seconds. That's her time. Ackera Davis of Racers Track Club, 23.31 seconds. She was second. Michael Moody, 23.62 of GC Foster College. She was third. Tritania Lowe of GC Foster College was fourth, 24.07. Janelle Joseph, 24.19 seconds, was fifth. Kishona Niles, 24.22 seconds of UTEC. She was sixth. And those 6 competitors in the first of 3 sections. So getting ready for the second of 3 sections, the women's 200 meters. I'll tell you what I have on paper. Tia long. Elaine 2 has a personal best of 23.53 seconds. Jura Lanconia Levy from Swept 22.76. That's her personal best. Natasha Morrison of MVP 22.74 seconds in 4. In 5 is Ackera Nugent of Racers 23.10. Elaine 6. Elaine Thompson-Herah from Elite 21.53 seconds. Tobi Amusan from Racers 22.66 seconds in 7. And Serena Cole of Swept 24.09. She's in 8.
Elaine 8, a personal best of 24.09 seconds.
So the athletes are standing behind their respective blocks.
Cross-swept track club, Serena Cole. In lane number 7.
Serena Cole making a move from MVP to Swept.
The world record holder over 100 meter hurdles, the 2022 world champion at that event, 2 times the Commonwealth Games gold medalist from Racers Track Club, Tobi Amusan. In lane number 6.
So Tia Clayton is a non-starter.
1.53 seconds over this distance. 2-time Olympic sprint double gold medalist. She's representing the track club of Jamaica track and field.
Let's hear the applause.
Thompson-Herah.
Elaine Thompson-Herah in lane 6.
In lane number
Double.
The national record holder at the 100 meter hurdles and 60 meter hurdles. A 2025 World Indoor Bronze medalist, 2 times the NCAA Indoor 60 meter hurdles gold medalist, 23.10 best from Racers Track Club, Ackera Nugent.
Ackera Nugent is in 5 on the inside of Elaine Thompson-Herah.
A personal best of 22.74 seconds. The 2021 Olympic 4x1 gold medalist, 2 times a World Championship 4x1 gold medalist from MVP Track Club.
Natasha Morrison is in 4. Long-standing athlete Natasha Morrison.
A personal best of 22.76 seconds. 2 times a World Championship 4x1 medalist.
Jura Levy, who was on the track earlier, competing in the 100 meters heats and made it to the final.
Number 2. 23.53 seconds personal best.
So she showed up.
2023 Nugget on the 18 sprint double gold medalist from Uptown Track Club, Tia Clayton.
I don't think Tia Clayton is there though, although the announcer
200 meters.
did call her name, but I think she's missing in action. It's only 6 facing the starter. So Levy in 3, Morrison 4, Nugent 5, Herah 6, Amusan 7, and Serena Cole in lane 8. Oh, is it? Maybe faulty start, maybe a false start. Second gun fired, stopping the athletes in their tracks. Many persons are hoping not a red card shown and a yellow. We've seen red cards, at least 2 or 3. 2 shown in one event and a red card shown in the 400 meters. So the official has the card in his hand. Showed it Serena Cole.
Appears to be a yellow card shown to the field.
A warning. The Cole in the entire field. Serena Cole, outstanding junior athlete, long jumper, and sprinter for Edwin Allen. As athletes are back in their blocks. It's a great start for Tobi Amusan. The inside of Amusan is Elaine Thompson-Herah, but pulling up is Serena Cole. She is out, but trying to carry the field in the home stretch is Elaine Thompson-Herah. She has taken full control and cruises home with about 50 meters to go. Double, outstanding athlete, one of the best ever. It is Elaine Thompson-Herah, 22.57 seconds. Oh my word. Oh, 22.61, positive 1.4, 22.61, a season's best. Amusan finishing third, 23.25 seconds, and Nugent third, 23.35.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Elaine Thompson-Herah.
is for Elaine Thompson-Herah.
That looks solid from Elaine Thompson-Herah. I am impressed.
And just to let you know that the yellow card was shown to Serena Cole.
A season's best, 22.61 seconds.
So she remained in the race.
Tobi Amusan, 23.25 seconds for second. Ackera Nugent third, 23.35 seconds. Jura Levy fourth, 23.47. And Natasha Morrison fifth, 23.72. Serena Cole pulled up after about 50 meters or so. She was shown the yellow card earlier on. We do hope that she's okay. I liked what I saw from Elaine Thompson-Herah. Looked strong and positive, and the form looked extremely good. Maintained her form with 60 meters to go. So getting ready for the third and final section of the women's 200 meters. Anna Faith G. Bell should be in lane 2 with a personal best of 24.50 seconds. Tia Clayton in 3, 23.25. Jodine Williams in 4, 22.69 seconds. Tia Clayton, 23.09. She's in 5. Williams of MVP, 22.59. Shericka Hill of MVP in 7, 23.02. And Neil Wedderburn Goodison of Dynamic Speed Track Club with a time of 23.23 seconds should be in lane 8. Elaine Thompson-Herah, I was impressed with that open run.
So here we go then for the final section of the water-sponsored women's 200 meters. Let's meet the competitors. We start in lane number 7, 23.02, her personal best. 2 times the world on the 2100 meter hurdles gold medalist from MVP, Shericka Hill. In lane 6, 2 times the world championship 400 meters bronze medalist. The 2022 Commonwealth Games 400 meters gold medalist, 22.59 personal best, the Olympian from MVP, Shanae Williams. In lane 5, a 2024 100 meters finalist from the Olympics, 2025 World Championship 4x1 silver medalist. Let's make welcome from MVP, Tia Clayton. In lane number 4, a 2025 World Championship 4x1 silver medalist, 2 times the Ackera 200 meters finalist, 22.69 at her best, from Sprint Tech, Jodine Williams. In lane 3, 23.25 her personal best, the 2025 World Championship 100 meters silver medalist, 2-time the world on the 2100 meters gold medalist from MVP, Tia Clayton. And rounding out the field in lane number 2, 24.50 at her best, an intermediate finalist last year representing racers men's 200 meters.
Well, 6th faith in the starter for Section A, the final section, the women's 200 meters. Shericka Hill in 7, Williams in 6, Tia Clayton in 5, Jodine Williams 4, Tina Clayton in 3, and Bell in 2. Athletes on their marks. It's a start of the final section, the women's 200 meters. Getting a good start is Shericka Hill. Shericka Hill looks extremely good on the outside. Trying to sneak through on the inside is Tina Clayton. But Shericka Hill on the outside and Tina Clayton on the inside. But still, Shericka Hill maintaining the top position. Is Shericka Hill out in lane 7. She will take it ahead of Tina Clayton. And coming through for 3rd looks like Williams. And 4th should be Jodine Williams. 22.80 seconds for Shericka Hill. Williams is 2nd, 23.05.
A new personal best for Shericka Hill.
And Tina Clayton is 3rd, 23.11.
And
22.80 for Shericka Hill.
and her time.
And that's a personal best for Shericka Hill, erasing the old mark of 23.02. Looked impressive, Shericka Hill, and strong. More known for her hurdling ability.
Sections. The upcoming winner Elaine with 22.61 seconds.
So the summary for the 200 meters.
Seconds. And then
So the overall champion of the women's 200 meters is Elaine Thompson-Herah, 22.61 seconds. Shericka Hill finishing 2nd overall, although winning the final heat or the final section, 22.80, a personal best. Alana Reid finishing 3rd overall, 22.83. Williams of MVP, 23.05, was 4th overall. Tina Clayton was 5th with 23.11 seconds under her belt. Jodine Williams finishing 6th, 23.12. Tobi Amusan finishing 7th, 23.25. Kevona Davis 8th, 23.31 seconds. Tia Clayton 23.33. She's from MVP, finishing 9th. In 10th, Ackera Nugent 23.35 seconds. 11th, Jura Levy 23.47. Mikhail Moody 23.62. 12th overall. Natasha Morrison 13th, 23.72 seconds. Sri Tanya Low 24.07. Janelle Josephs 24.19, finishing 15th, and 16th Kashona Nas 24.22, Hannah Faye D. Bell 25.68.
From GC Foster College, Jaheim Watson. In lane 3 from UWI, DeMark Stevenson. And in lane 2 from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Romario McIntosh. Rounding out the field in lane 1 from Sweats Track Club, Yankee Yip.
Yankee Yip from swept in lane 1, 21.95. In 3, Stevenson from UWI, 21.85. Emmanuel Archibald from swept in lane 5, 20.69. Tyrone Williams from UWI, lane 8, 21.88. The lanes 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Mario McIntosh, he's in lane 2. So once again, Yankee Yip from swept in 1, 21.95 seconds. That's his personal best. In lane 2, we have Romario McIntosh from Dynamic Speed Track Club, 21.93. That's his personal best. Now, DeMark Stevenson of UWI in lane 3, 21.85 seconds. And in lane 5, Emmanuel Archibald from Swept, 20.69 seconds. And Tyrone Williams from UWI is in lane 8 with a time of 21.88 seconds. Athletes on their marks. First of 5 sections. Again,
Break and start again for section 1.
officials not happy, or maybe they have some issue with the equipment. I'm just guessing from where I am. Hopefully third time is the charm. We can get the first of 5 sections off and running. Let's go again. Yep in 1, McIntosh from Dynamic Speed Track Club in 2, Stevenson from UWI in 3, Archibald from Swept in 5, and Williams from UWI Mona in lane 8. And finally, third time is the charm. Getting out well, Emmanuel Archibald has covered Tyrone Williams on his outside, but Archibald carries the field in the home stretch. On the inside, it looks to be McIntosh with that second position, fighting with Stevenson, but it's going to be Archibald all alone, going across the line, stopping the clock at 20.96 seconds. In second is McIntosh, in third is Stevenson, 20.99 seconds for Archibald. McIntosh should finish second. It's actually Stevenson getting that second position, 21.89, and McIntosh third, 21.90.
Positive 1.0 meters per second wind speed. Accompanying the competitors in section 1. So the gauntlet should throw down. And we're first up 21 seconds time, 20.99. Let's see what happens in section. The lane assignments for section 2. We start in lane number 8. In lane 8 from Optimum Track Club, 20.87 seconds, personal best, Shamar Chambers. In lane number 7, he has a personal best of 21.53 seconds at this event. He's the 2021 Olympic 110-meter hurdles gold medalist. Bouwahjgie represents. Let's make welcome Hansle Parchment. In lane number 6, 21.27 seconds, personal best, the intercollegiate silver medalist over 1 meters from UTEC, Williams. In lane number 5, 20.94 seconds, his personal best was second at intercol at this event from UTEC, the Roshawn. In lane 4, second at the 400 meters at intercol last year, 21.46 over 200 meters. That's his bet. From GC Foster College, Tyrese Ebanks. In lane number 3, he represents UTEC, 21.25 at his best, Mark Manley. In lane number 2, 21.25 at his best, from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Wayne McPherson. And rounding out the field in lane number 1, 21.42 at his best, the 2019 Panama 24x4 silver medalist from Supreme Athletic Track Club, Evaldo Whitehorn. The lineup for section 2 of 5, men's 200 meters.
Well, Evaldo Whitehorn missing in action. You heard the announcers mention his name, but he's not faced a starter. So McPherson of Dynamic Speed Club is in 2, Manley of UTEC in 3, Ebanks GC Foster in 4. You have Strawn from UTEC in 5, Williams of UTEC in 6, Hansle Parchment of Puma in 7, and Shamar Chambers of Optimum in 8. 7 facing the starter for this second section, the men's 200 meters. And the second section, starters call them back. As some persons in the stands are being very vocal, realizing their voice can carry. That's why they ask fans to be quiet when the event is about to begin. Javelin still being contested. Shot put also being contested on the infield. So yellow flag being shown to Wayne McPherson. He's into. So some facing the starter once again. McPherson, Dynamic Speed Track Club in 2. Manley of UTEC in 3. Banks of GC Foster in 4. Strawn of UTEC in 5. Williams of UTEC in 6. Parchment of Puma in 7. And Chambers of Optimum in lane 8. Hopefully we can get a quiet start this time around. And a great start it was for Dominic Williams. Brilliant on the inside of Williams is Strawn. Those are the top 2 at the present time. So Strawn carries the field in the home stretch. So Strawn with a slight advantage on the outside is Williams. The top 2 are UTEC. So here comes Williams trying to cut the deficit of Strawn. But Strawn holds off Williams. 21.17 seconds for Dejon Strawn of UTEC. 21.17 seconds for Strawn. Williams finishing in second. 21.32 both from UTEC. First and second was close for third. Ebanks gets third. 21.54. So Tyrese Ebanks of GC gets that third. So Dejon Strawn, 21.17 season's best. Far from his personal best of 20.94. He took that section. Dominic Williams, 21.22 seconds. A personal best for Williams, finishing in second, erasing his old mark of 21.27. Tyrese Banks of GC Foster College, 21.54 season's best. And Mark Manny of UTEC, 21.64 seconds, finishing fourth. And Shamar Chambers finishing fifth, 21.66. Hansle Parchment finishing 6th, 21.81 seconds, while Wayne McPherson from Dynamic Speed Track Club, 22.28. So section C, the next event on track.
100 meters gold medalist, the Barbadian champion of 100 and 200 meters, Finalist Track Club. Let's make welcome Kuron Griffiths. In lane 7, 21.10 at his best. At 2021 Nike under 23 400 meters bronze medalist from Swept Track Club, Xavier Brown. In lane number 4, he has a personal best of 21.14 seconds in this event. At 2025 World Indoor 60 meters finalist. And of course, the 2023 World Championships 4x1 bronze medalist. Let's make welcome from MVP, Rohan Watson. In lane number 3, he was third at the Intercollegiate Championships last year, 20.78 seconds at his best. Let's make welcome, he's running unattached, to Michael Sharp. In lane 2, 20.67 seconds at his best. He's the Antigua National Champion. 20.67 seconds as mentioned from Antigua and Barbuda, representing UMONA, Tarian Skerritt. And rounding out the field in lane number 1, 20.96 seconds at his best, representing MVP Track Club, Ramon Barneswell.
Well, basic in action for this seed, Javar Thomas of Dynamic Speed and Mazino Bart of Mount Elite. Both were scheduled to compete in lanes 5 and 6. The 6 facing the starter. Barneswell 1, Skerritt in 2, Michael Sharp in 3, Rowan Watson 4, Javier Brown in 7, Griffiths in lane 8. Brilliant start this from Tavir Brown, but well, guess what? The announcer thought he was. I thought he was also. But the starters, they said that was not the case.
It's the third section of 5 on track.
So let's see what decision will be made. You see a lot of yellow cards being shown, few red cards given out.
Section 1.
What decision will be made?
So the yellow card was shown to them to Shericka for disturbing the start. He remains in the race.
So Darren Skerritt receiving that yellow card, and the entire field also with that warning. Barneswell, Skerritt, Sharp, Watson, Brown, and Griffiths. Oh my word. Javier Brown came out of his blocks before the gun was fired. I don't think a yellow card will be going his way. The official walks to his lane, and he doesn't wait. He walks away. He knew what was coming. The field down to 5.
So red card shown to lane number 7, Javier Brown for a false start.
Javier Brown disqualified. So Skerritt in 2, Barneswell 1, Sharp 3, Watson 4, and Griffiths in lane 8. This is section C of the men's 200 meters. It's a start of the men's 200 meters section C. Rowan Watson gets out well on the inside of Watson is Sharp. That's a top 2 on the outside. It looks to be Griffiths. But the man, the diminutive Rowan Watson, high knee lifts from Watson with 50 meters to go. On the outside is Griffiths trying to cut the deficit, but Watson takes it ahead of Griffiths in second. Coming through for third looks to be Barneswell. So 20.87 for Watson. Griffiths is second. 21.04, and Skerritt is third, 21.29. And Sharp 21.44 for fourth.
So far, Griffiths 21.04 is in second. That's a season's best for him. A season's best as well for Darren Skerritt.
So Rowan Watson 20.87 seconds to take section C of the men's 200 meters. Rowan Griffiths 21.04. Darian Kazim Skerritt third 21.29. And Michael Sharp fourth 21.44. Did mention Ramon Barneswell named early on. That was a mistake. That was Skerritt was coming third. The next section is section B, the men's 200 meters.
Assignments for the penultimate section of the men's 200 meters. Filling assignments. In lane 8. But lane 8 is empty, apologies. We started lane number 7, a personal best 20.63 seconds. A 2021 World Under 24x1 silver medalist from Sprint Tech, Sondre Davison. In lane number 6, 20.49 seconds. His personal best Four season 2023 World Championship 400 meters gold medalist. He's a Ackera Nugent 23 200 meters bronze medalist. So races track club, Antonio Watson. In lane number 5, 20.69 seconds personal best. He's the national record holder at the 400 meter hurdles. The 2022 World Honor 400 meter hurdles bronze medalist from Sweat Track Club, Roshawn Clarke. In lane number 4, personal best of 20.21 seconds, Olympic 400 meters finalist, 2018 World Honor 400 meters silver medalist. He's running unattached, Christopher Taylor. In lane 0.47 seconds, that is from MVP Track Club, Michael Campbell. Number 1, representing Fusion Athletics, Kevon. The lineup for the penultimate section of the men's 200 meters.
Well, you just heard the lineup for the men's 200 meters, the penultimate section. This is section B. It's going to be exciting, many says. Sandra Davison in 7. Here the commentator says 8, but he's in 7. Antonio Watson in 6. He's from races. Roshawn Clarke from swept in 5. Christopher Taylor, Tobi Taylor in 4. Michael Campbell in 3. And Kevon Benjamin in 1. The penultimate section. Men's 200 meters, brilliant start from Roshawn Clarke on the heels of Antonio Watson. And here comes the man they call Christopher Taylor, cruising around the bend. On the outside is Antonio Watson, but Taylor has stopped. But the man Roshawn Clarke has gone in front. It's Roshawn Clarke ahead of the pack. It's going to be Clarke, 20.41 seconds for Roshawn Clarke. 20.41 seconds, 20.41 seconds for Roshawn Clarke. That's outstanding.
That's not a surprise. Anchored 4-1s at Camperdown.
That should be a personal best. 20.41 seconds for Clarke. Davison finishing in 2nd, competing from lane 7.
Third.
We'll tell you his time in a very short while.
So new personal best for Clarke at 24.1 with wind speed.
20.41 for Clarke. Davison 20.5.
A new personal best for Davison.
1. Antonio Watson 20.60. So Sandra Davison, a personal best, 20.51, erasing the old mark of 20.63. Antonio Watson finishing in 3rd, 20.60 seconds. Kevon Benjamin 4th, 21.29. Michael Campbell 5th, 21.81. Christopher Taylor stopped after coming around the bend. He stopped. We do hope that he's okay, though, to be honest.
And then with the women, and then as the men.
Good performance from Roshawn Clarke. Went right through the tape and continued running.
Section A, the final section. The seeded final in the 200 meters. The 200 meters again sponsored by the Sports Development.
Let's look at the summary so far for the 200 meters. Roshawn Clarke, with this time at 20.41 seconds, is leading the entire sections. The 4 sections completed so far. Davison,
number 7,
2nd overall, 20.51. Antonio Watson 3rd, 20.60. Ron Watson in 4th, 20.87. Emmanuel Archibald 5th, 20.99. Those are the athletes under 21 seconds.
2 seconds, his personal best. The 2023 World University Games.
It's time for Section A.
From Sprint Tech, Adrian Golson.
Looking on the field.
A personal best of 19.73 seconds. He is a British record holder, the 2022 European Championship 200 meters gold medalist, a World Championship bronze medalist from Racers Track Club, Zharnel Hughes. In lane number 4. a personal best of 20.50.
So looking on, Nigel Ellis in lane 8, elite, 20.36 seconds. That's his personal best. Adrian Carr of dynamic speed, 20.08 seconds. That's his personal best. Adrian Goldson of Sprint Tech in 6, 20.32. Zharnel Hughes of Racers in lane 5, 19.73 seconds. Gary Card of UTech in 4, 20.50. Javon Powell of Racers, 20.21 seconds. Tyreek Dakers of Huey, 21.69. And Genevieve John of JC, 21.56 in 1.
Tyreek David Dakers. And running out the field in lane number 1, a personal best of 21.56 seconds. The schoolboy from Jamaica College, Genevieve Jean. The lineup for the senior section, Section A, men's 200 meters. It's a big final.
So, full field. For Section A. It's a men's 200 meters. Fifth and final section. John in 1, Dakers 2, Powell 3, Card 4, Hughes 5, Goldson in 6, Carr in 7, and Nigel Ellis in 8. A brilliant start, this from Adrian Carr. Oh, moving well is Nigel Ellis, and Adrian Goldson doing well in the middle of the track. Gary Card in his yellow vest. So Gary Card having a slight advantage. On the outside of Gary Card is Zharnel Hughes. But then you have to look at Adrian Carr in lane 7. Adrian Carr with a slight advantage. It's Adrian Carr over Hughes, 20.58 seconds. For Adrian Carr, that's a flash time. Adrian Carr over Zharnel Hughes, 20.56 seconds. That's the official time for Adrian Carr. Zharnel Hughes should be second. Not on the board just yet. Now his time comes. 20.65 and goes to third. 20.86. 20.66 for goals economy.
20.72. Followed by Ellis, 20.80.
So Adrian Carr taking the top spot, the final section, 20.56 seconds. That's a season's best. Zharnel Hughes finishing in second, 20.65. Adrian Goldson in third, 20.66 seconds. Javon Paul fourth, 20.72. Nigel Ellis fifth, 20.80 seconds. Gary Card sixth, 21.12 seconds. A season best. Genevieve John, 22.00 seconds. And Tyreek Dakers, 22.06. Let's look at the summary. Overall champion. Roshawn Clarke is overall champion. 20.41 seconds from the 5 sections completed. Sandre Alex Davison, a personal best, 20.51. Adrian Carr winning the final section, but third overall, 20.56 seconds. Antonio Watson, fourth overall, 20.60. Zharnel Hughes, he was fifth overall, 20.65 seconds. Adrian Goldson sixth, 20.66 seconds. Javon Powell 7th, 20.72. Nigel Ellis 8th, 20.80 seconds. And Ron Watson 9th, 20.87. Emmanuel Archibald 10th, 20.99.
The lane assignments will come momentarily.
So the next event on the track is 110 meters hurdles. Men's 110 meters hurdles. Have 4 competitors listed to compete. Joel Facey, DeJour Domani Russell, Clinton Anthony Simmons, and Joel Bryan. That's scheduled to come at should be at 7:25. We're behind time. And after that, we have the 100 meters hurdles for women. We have 5 competitors. And then the 100 meters to close out the show. Scheduled to end at 8 o'clock this evening. I don't know if that will be the case. It has been a wonderful event. Velocity Fest 18. We've seen some good performances and some stacked fields. We've seen double-double. And that was no trouble. Strong performance from Elaine Thompson-Herah. I'm impressed. From what I saw, Shericka Jackson in the 400 meters. Looked strong also. Karika Hill, Sean Watson. You can select your athlete who you think stole the show here this evening. We're not done just yet. At least 4 events to complete. Velocity 18. This is a feast or a fest. Track and field at its best. National Stadium coming to life on this glorious Saturday evening. Started with the preliminaries of the 100 meters, men and women. Only 2 sections on the women's side. Everyone making that final. A good performances all out. And not only on the track we saw good performances in the field. Samantha Hall winning the women's discus. Wilson taking the men's high jump. Jane Wilson. GC Foster College, a very good basketball player. Looking back at some of the results here. We spoke about Samantha Hall, 61.60 meters, winning that women's discus. Brianna Tammy and Monteith, 42.68. And Altanique James, 34.60 meters. Is here inside the National Stadium. Long jump for women. Showcase Kanisha Powell, 5.71 meters. She's from UTEC, taking that top spot. Ahead of Michaela Headland, 5.55 meters. And Melissa Morgan, 5.54 meters. First, second, and third, the women's long jump. The shot put for women. Showcase Brianna, Tammy, and Monteith, 11.54 meters. Adonai Ferron, 11.46 meters, and Altanique James, she did not compete. So the discus for men showcased Chad Wright, who has shown that he's a very good coach. 62.25 meters. Tia Josh J. Moore, 50.95 meters. He was second. And Moses Tyrone Parkinson, 46.94, finishing in third. The shot put for men. Moses Parkinson, 16.44 meters. Tia Josh Moore, 15.39. And Shamar Russell, third, 15.10 meters. Some of the results coming through. So the next event on track is the 110 meters hurdles. Looking for the javelin for men. Elvis Graham registered a meet record of 75.08 meters. Zavon Richards 67.95 meters. He was second. And Devon Spencer third, a season's best, 64.59. The officials just setting the hurdles on the track. They've been working extremely hard, officials. Non-stop action, compact. Scheduled 4 hours. Started this evening or this afternoon with the Paralympic.
4 competitors listed to face the starter.
So the 110 meters hurdles is on the cards. So 4 athletes listed. You see 3 of the blocks. Now we see Joe Russell. So all 4 are there.
Here we go then. Start in lane number 3. A personal best of 14.30 seconds. He was third at the 2025 Intercollegiate Championships from New Era Track Club, Joel Facey. In lane number 4, 2017 World Under 18 110 meter hurdles gold medalist. Was a finalist at the 2018 Commonwealth Games 13.32 at his best from Swift Track Club, the Joel Russell. In lane number 5, 13.94 seconds personal best, the intercollegiate champion last year from GC Foster College, Clinton Simmons. And in lane number 6, the intercollegiate silver medalist at this event, 13.84, his personal best from UWMona, Joel Bryan. This is the final one section of the men's 110 meter hurdles. The top 3 from Intercol last year, all facing the starter alongside the Joel Russell. The event is sponsored by Superjet, and just to remind you that the top 3 will receive a case of Superjet.
Well, there you have it. The top 3 will receive a case of Superjet. One of the sponsors for this event. For facing the starter, the men's 110 meters hurdles, Joel Facey of New Era at 14.30 seconds. That's his personal best. He's in 3. Joel Russell in 4, 13.32 seconds. Clinton Simmons of GC Foster of 13.94. He's in 5. And Joel Bryan of UWMona, he's in lane 6. Has a time of 13.84 seconds. Outstanding standout, Joel Russell. As a youth, as a junior. Joel Facey came out of the blocks though, before the gun was fired. But he came out in slow motion. He's not even going back to his blocks. You may ask the question, is he disappointed? Or ask another question, did he want to run?
It then therefore means that the 3 remaining competitors, they just need to finish the race to get a boost from Superjet.
So the field now down to 3. Facey is gone. Will face no more. In the meantime, Russell in 4, Simmons 5, Bryan in 6. 3 competitors. Men's 110 meters hurdles. It's a clean start for the men's 110 meters hurdles. So the Joe Russell is moving away from the three-man field. It is the Joe Russell going away from Simmons and Bryan. And the Joe Russell high knee lifts across the line. 13.48 seconds. That's the flash time for the Joe Russell. He is representing Swept. 13.47. That is the time for the Joe Russell. 30.47 seconds. That's the official time. So Simmons of GC Foster College did not look too comfortable at all going over the final flight of hurdles. He finished his second at 15.29 seconds. And in third should be Bryan. But no time posted on the board just yet for Bryan. So the Joe Russell 13.47. Still looks a bit heavy though, to be honest. 18 seconds flat for Joel Bryan finishing third. But nevertheless, he will get a prize though, finishing in the top three. I think when he went over the final flight of hurdles, he didn't give up because you know what was there to receive if he finished the race. Case of Supplejet. I remember the Joe Russell in class 3. Looked huge. To me, it had some weight issues. Still looks big though, to be honest. From my vantage point. But the greatest thing, he has not given up and still working at it. And that's the best thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I use this opportunity to say a big thank you as well to the Jamaica Olympic Association, who had, well, it was through them that we have had some of our Paralympians and Special Olympic athletes compete.
Well, you're not seeing it on camera now. There's Joe Russell getting a hug
Ladies and gentlemen, to just give
from one of the fans here.
And thank you to the GOA for
As
facilitate
the officials once again making the adjustment
Special Olympians.
to the hurdles. We just had the completion of the 110 meters hurdles for men. Next event on track is a 100 hurdles for women. Then right after, we close out with the 100 final for men and women. So we have 5 facing the starter in the 100 hurdles for women. That's what we have down on our list. Right now, I'm not seeing 5 competitors. One particular name, a young lady from the West, Alexis James, who's at Racers. I mean, asking the question, what can she do? An outstanding junior athlete, Alexis James. Kiara Meikle of GC Foster College. She's in 5. And in 2, Italia Nelson of UTEC. Just seeing 3 competitors. Yasmin Brooks was listed in lane 3. Not seeing her at the present time. Carell Miller of Mico was listed in lane 6. Missing in action. So the fans in the stands been very vocal. As per usual, when it comes to sporting activities inside the National Stadium. to Ackera Nugent from GC Foster College. She's in lane 5. After the completion of the 100 meters hurdles, will be the 100 meters final or finals, more than one, men and women.
So we're asking all the competitors in the 100 meters finals, please make your way to the start area now. That's all the competitors who have advanced to the finals. There are 24 on the men's side, 8 on the women's side. Please report to the start area now. On track now is the women's final. Let's meet the competitors. The event, of course, again is
So Italia Christina Nelson, 14.78 seconds. This is her personal best. She's in lane 2. She represents UTEC.
will receive a
In 4, Alexis James of Racers, 12.87 seconds. That's her personal best. Ackera Nugent of GC Foster College, 13.26 seconds. She's in 5, representing GC Foster College.
in lane number 4. The NACAC Under 18 gold medalist in 2021 and 2022 World Under 20 100 meter hurdles silver medalist, personal best 12.87 seconds, Alexis James. And just beside her in lane number 5, a 2025 class for girls 100 meter hurdles silver medalist, 13.26 her personal best from GC Foster College, Ackera Nugent. The lineup for the Sergeant sponsored women's 100 meter hurdles.
To Hansle Kimmo from Alexis James, who is in lane 4. Left her high school from the west, journeyed to Michael Teachers College. Trains at Racers. It's a clean start for the women's 100 meters hurdles, and Meikle having a slight advantage, but here comes Alexis James. She's going away from Meikle. Alexis James shutting it down, 13.19 seconds for Alexis James, looking smooth. Alexis James did not get out of our blocks very quickly, but he did made up the gap after about 15 or 20 meters, and the story was told at that time. 13.19 seconds for Alexis James. Second, Ackera Nugent, 13.50, and third was Nelson, 14.81 seconds.
100 meters, that comes up next.
So top 3, only 3 competitors for the women's 100 meters hurdles. So the next event on the track is 100 meters final, the women's final, and then you have the men C, B, and A final. So 4 races to go, 2 events left. So as the officials remove the hurdles, commendation goes on to all the officials on hand. Well put together meet, well run meet. Bruce James and his team. Efficient. From his staff and his team. Getting ready for the final female event on the track.
100 meters.
The women's 100 meters final.
Let's meet the finalists. We start in lane number 2. A personal best of 11.99 seconds, representing you.
Courtesy of Tia Clayton. Let me ask, huh?
Lane number 3. Her personal best 11.68 seconds.
So looking on the finalist.
You take as well, Jaden Bennett. In lane number 4, the 2025 Class 1 Girls Championship silver medalist at this event, representing GC Foster College 11.43 at her best, Demelia Lewis. In lane number 5, a personal best of 11.18 seconds achieved in qualifying. She represents Dynamic Speed Track Club, the 2023 Panama Under 20 4x1 silver medalist, Lavanya Williams. In lane number 6, she is the 2022 European Under 18 gold medalist, a World Under 24 place finisher at this event from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Nia Wilburn-Gavison. In lane number 7, 2 times the World Championship 4x1 medalist, 11.06 at her best from Swift Track Club, Jura Levy. And rounding out the field in lane number 8, a personal best of 11.99 seconds. She represents Honolulu, Michaela Henlon. The lineup for the women's 100 meters final, courtesy of Tia Clayton.
Well, 6 face in the starter here this evening for the final event on the track for the women's. In Velocity Fest 18, Mika Gordon 11.99 seconds in 2. Bennett from UTEC in 3, 11.68. Vanya Williams, who looks superb in the heat, clocking 11.18 seconds. She's in 5. Nia Goodison from Dynamic in 6. Levy in 7. Henlon in 8. No show for Daniela Lewis. And a clean start this for Lavanya Williams, who hits the front like a runaway train. On the outside is Goodison, but no one can stop Lavanya Williams. Stops the clock at 11.22 seconds. She takes the top spot. She is the queen on the night in the women's 100 meters. Lavanya Williams 11.20 seconds. That is the official time. Levy is second, 11.43. And in third, Goodison 11.46 seconds for third. In fourth, you have Henlon 12.28 seconds. Lavanya Williams crowned Velocity Fest 18 Queen of the 100 meters.
The men's 100 meters next on track. There are 3 sections to come. The big one is section A, we're at section C. Let's meet the competitors. In lane number 1, 10.50 personal best from Uemona, Jonathan Houston. In lane 2, representing MVP, 10.58 at his best, Samuel Smith. In lane 3, 10.59 personal best from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Romario McIntosh. In lane 4, the World Championship silver medalist at 110 meter hurdles, 10.54 at his best in this event from Racers Track Club, Orlando Bennett. In lane 5, 10.25 personal best from MVP Track Club, Mario Williams. In lane 6 from Uemona, 10.44 personal best, Kyle Richards. In lane 7, should have been Watson. That's empty, so we go to lane 8 to round off the field. 10.52 personal best from Racers Track Club, Kimani Sterling.
Well, 7 face in the starter. This is section C. This is the final of the men's 100 meters. Section C, B, and then A. Houston in 1. Smith in 2, McIntosh 3, Bennett in 4, Williams 5, Richards 6, Sterling in lane 8. Missing in action is Dante Rodane Watson. He should have been in lane 7. The gun has sent them away. Great start for McIntosh. McIntosh gets a good start, but Bennett takes full control. On the outside of Bennett is Mario Williams, but it's going to be Bennett taking the top spot at 10.48 seconds for Orlando Bennett, more known for his hurdling capabilities, but showing his speed, 10.49 seconds. That's the official time. McIntosh is second, 10.60 seconds. So PB for Orlando Bennett, 10.54 was his old time. New time, 10.49.
He has improved the speed.
McIntosh, 10.60. He's second.
Sir Bennett, big things in the 110 hurdles.
It's pretty close for third. No time posted just yet.
Close for third. 10.61 for
10.61 for Williams. Mario Williams.
He gets the nod.
He was on the inside of Bennett. Was challenging somewhat for the top spot out of 40 meters. But then the story was told 10 meters after that.
Sponsored by Grace Kennedy.
So Mario Williams 10.61, Kyle Richards in fourth 10.61, Kimani Sterling 10.77, Jonathan Houston 10.84, Samuel Smith 11.03. So the B final on the cards.
On his personal best in qualifying for MVP track club, Dario Phillips. In lane number 4. The 2024 200 National Championship 200 meters bronze medalist, 10.11 at his best over 100 meters from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Javari Thomas. In lane 5, 10.37 seconds, his personal best. He represents GC Foster College, Jay Switter. In lane 6, 10.29 seconds, personal best from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Jordan Morgan. In lane 7, personal best 10.08 seconds, running unattached, Javoy Tucker. And rounding out the field in lane number 8, 10.59 personal best from UTEC, Jordan Nicholas. The lineup for the final, the second section of the final round of the men's 100 meters.
Full field for section B of the men's 100 meters final. The Marcel's MVP in 1. Have to look out for Javari Thomas in 4. Witter, he's in 5. Zina Bart is in 2. One race to go after this. This is the penultimate race of the evening. A great start this from Dario Phillips, but no, Javari Thomas takes full control. Thomas in front and certainly will not say anything else, but he is going to go across the line as the top individual in section B of the men's 100 meters, 10.27 seconds for Javari Thomas. And in second, Jordan Morgan, 10.38. And in third, the Marcel's 10.45 seconds with a personal best. So Javari Thomas taking the top spot in section B of the men's 100 meters final. Mazina Bar 10.45 seconds, finishing third. James Witter in fifth, 10.45 seconds. So here's a little correction here. So Mazina Bard given third, 10.45. Jay Switter is fourth, 10.45. Javoy Chucker fifth, 10.49. Dario Phillips sixth, 10.62. And Damar Sales in seventh in 10.80 seconds.
We're at the final event now of the Velocity Fest number 18. Section A, the big final of the men's 100 meters is sponsored by Grace Kennedy. Let's meet the competitors. In lane 1, 10.37 seconds personal best, the St. Vincent National champion in 2025, representing Sprint Tech, Makish Compton. In lane number 2, 10.15 seconds personal best, formerly of Meadowbrook High, representing Titans Track Club. Next, let's welcome Shakur Williams. In lane 3, 10.10 seconds personal best is Ackera Mike University to many medals and titles. Let's make welcome Rashid Foster. In lane number 4, he has a personal best of 10.13 seconds. The Vincentian representing GC Foster College, Earl Simmons. In lane number 5, 10.06 seconds at his best. He's representing Sprint Tech. Let's make welcome Elaine McPherson. In lane number 6, 10.24 seconds, his personal best. At 2025 Backpack 4x1 silver medalist from Dynamic Speed Track Club, Charlie Smith. In lane number 7, 10.36 seconds, his personal best. He's representing Swept Track Club. Let's make welcome Jason Lewis. And rounding out the field, he had a fast time in qualifying at 10.42, which stands as his personal best. He's representing UTEC. Let's make welcome Daniel Ellis. That's the lineup for the final event. The men's 100 meters, sponsored by Grace Kennedy.
Well, the final track event is on the cards. Athletes being asked to go in their respective blocks. Compton in 1, Williams 2, Foster 3, Simmons 4, McPherson 5, Smith 6, and Jason Lewis in 7. Daniel Ellis, who qualified for the final, is a non-starter. Dane McPherson looks superb in qualifying. He's in lane 5. A brilliant start for Dane McPherson. He has a slight advantage on the inside. Looks to be Shakur Williams. It's going to be McPherson and Williams, but it's going to be McPherson takes the top spot. 10.09 seconds for Dane McPherson. On the inside was Shakur Williams, who had the lead at 1 point, but certainly Dane McPherson 10.10. And in second, Shawnee Smith gained that second spot, 10.22. And Shakur Williams on the inside, finishing third, 10.24. Jason Lewis in fourth, 10.28. And Rashid Foster, 10.30 seconds. Earl Simmons finishing in sixth, 10.35 seconds. So Dane McPherson, 10.10, a season's best. Not far from his personal best of 10.06 seconds. Ashani Romain Smith, 10.22. Shakur Williams, 10.24. First, second, and third in the men's 100 meters. That was Section A.
And what a day, what an evening.
So starting with the 100 meters preliminaries and ending with the 100 meters finals for men and women. Has been a blast here, Velocity Fest 18. We're happy to bring it to you.
On behalf of the organizing committee, thank you to all those who came out to support the athletes.